Welcome back, Moby Dick, chapters 26 and 27. Both are called Knights and Squires. In chapter 26, we meet Starbuck, and if you're wondering if there is a relation between Starbuck and Starbucks, our favorite coffee shop, yes, the coffee chain was named after this character in this book. I forget why, but I remember them explaining it in our new employee orientation. Alright, so chapter 26 is about Starbuck. And he is idealized and romanticized as this beautiful, heroic, brave, courageous man with the best kind of wisdom and superstition, and, he's a cool guy. Except that apparently something is going to happen in which he might not be so heroic. We don't know yet. But Ishmael couches this with by pleading with us to not judge him unkindly. In fact, that we do not understand if we think of him as being a coward, then we are wrong. We don't understand the nature of bravery, and particularly in these circumstances. I don't know what's happening, but it's very, very interesting that we are already being told how we should idealize Starbuck and how we should think about him going forward. And we're being warned to not judge him because we don't understand, unless we think like Ishmael does. So again, we've got more of the persuasion and avoidance that we saw going on in the previous two chapters in the Advocate and in Postscript. I don't know what it is that Ishmael is so afraid of, but even as he purports to turn back towards the ship and go back towards the action of the novel, he's not. He is still telling us who and what to think without showing us any of the action. In chapter 27, we meet the second and third mates, Stubbs and Flask, respectively. And then Ishmael explains to us that these three, Starbuck, Stubbs, and Flask, are our knights of shining armor that will lead us into battle against the terrifying whale. And as all good knights have, they have their squires, and he introduces us to the squires. Kikig is Starbuck's squire. Tashtego is Stubbs' squire. He is another savage, so-called. He is a red man, an American Indian, and another native intelligence. Flask's squire is what Ishmael lovingly calls a Negro savage. He doesn't mean this in a derogative sense. He means this respectfully and descriptively. His name is Daggoo. Daggoo. I actually don't know how to pronounce this. I'm going to have to look it up going forward. I suspect it'll be important. But regardless, it's spelled Daggoo, and there you have it. Ishmael describes that the brains of the operation are the knights, and they are all American-born, meaning white men. These are the people who run and own the ships, but these ships, as in particular the Pequod itself, they are all manned or muscled by natives or savages, not just this ship, but throughout civilization. So we find that the brains are the knights, and the muscle are the savages. This is going back to our Hegelian dialectic of the civilized versus the savage, and also, which is which. And it ties also into our dichotomy of the civilized and the savage. The white man, the so-called cultured knowledge versus the native, inherent, romanticized wisdom of the untainted savage.